All right, Vic. Now hear me out. I'm the one with the. It's kind of like a question. It's kind of like a question. So Kayla kind of told me about it earlier today. So it's kind of like a little story, but we'll go through exactly what the story means
Okay,
at the end,
I'm
right?
listening.
Okay.
I'm hearing you out.
All right. So remember these five animals, right? So you're in a desert, right? And you have the following five animals: a lion, a cow, a horse, a sheep, and a monkey. All right. So what five animals do we have? It.
Lion, cow, a horse, sheep, and a monkey.
Yep. So it says to escape this desert, you're going to have to get rid of one of your animals. Which one are you going to drop first? And you use whatever logic you want, but keep track of the animals that you discard and win. I'll also help. So who are you getting rid of first?
All right, let's see. Hold on. Lion,
A cow, a
cow,
horse, a
horse,
sheep, and a monkey.
sheep, monkey. On an island.
Yep. No, not an island. You're in the desert. You're trying to escape the desert.
I'm in the desert.
Yeah. Trying to escape the desert.
Oof.
This is some very needy information that Kayla didn't give you when we did this, but
I want to say get rid of the lion just because if I don't, he's gonna kill everybody else.
okay. Cool. So you got rid of the lion first. All right. So now you have four animals left. The desert's burning up. It goes on for miles. Sand is everywhere. You realize to get out, you're gonna have to drop another animal. Which one are you gonna drop next?
Probably, I'm thinking the sheep just because it's like it's probably over here dehydrated from all that fur and shit. Think about his misery.
All right, so the sheep is gone, man. It's gone. It's dead. Okay. Now you have three animals left. So you already got rid of the lion, the sheep, and I got three animals left. You walk, walk, walk. It's hot, disaster. An oasis that you are looking for is dried up. You have no choice but to drop another animal. Which one you dropping next?
uh, I'm thinking the monkey just because I feel like there's no use for the monkey, honestly.
Okay. So
The cow, if I get desperate, I could drink some milk or something. I don't know.
okay, cool. So you got rid of the lion first, the sheep, and then now you just got rid of the monkey. All right, you have two animals left. It's a long, hot walk, Vic. You can't see the edge of the desert way on the horizon. Unfortunately, you can only leave the desert with one animal. Which one are you dropping, and which one will you keep? So you got the
Uh,
horse, and you got the cow left.
well, drop the cow and ride the horse.
Okay, and why are you dropping the cow and then riding the horse?
Uh, I mean, because I'm not gonna ride a cow. It'd be too slow. A horse is like, I mean, I feel like it get me there faster, and it's meant. Well, I mean, I want to say it's made for like us to ride, but like,
Vic, see, it's funny. This is how I know we're like fucking best friends, right? Because I answered that almost the same exact way you did. I think the only thing I did differently was I got rid of the cow before I got rid of the monkey. And the reason I said that is because the monkey is more human like and like probably can help me with certain like basic type stuff. Um, but here's what the story meant, right? So these answers are based on the Japanese archetypes. The desert represents a hardship, and the animals represent different things. So the lion represents pride, the monkey represents your children, the sheep represents friendship, and the cow's basic needs, and the horse is your passion. So you left with the horse. So the horse is that's your passion. So that's the one thing. If you hold on to anything else, you're gonna hold on to your passion. The first thing you got rid of was your pride. So you put your pride to the side, and okay,
sometimes you have to.
sometimes you got to. I know that's one of my hardest things to do, but sometimes you got to just put your pride to the side. So second one was friendships. So just threw your friendships out the door. You're just like, hey, look, right outside of pride, the friendships got to go. The next one was monkey, right? Your children. So Ava gone.
Oh, nah.
Little baby Ava go.
If I knew about children, I would keep the monkey.
That's the whole point, Vic. You don't know. So the whole thing was like the monkey was supposed to be the one that you kind of have to take care of. yeah, you know, you have to hold it every now and then and stuff like that. The monkey really can't survive too much without you. Well, you know, that's kind of how all these animals kind of are.
I must say.
But yeah, it's supposed to be the one that you have to like do the most for. And then you got rid of the cow. The cow is your basic needs. So that's not a bad spot. You know, your basic needs is kind of high up there. And then the passion, your passion. So we know that if anything happens, Vic's gonna always have passion for what he does. You know, everything else out the window.
Except every morning when I clock into work, my passion's gone.
Yeah, so like yeah, but I literally swapped the cow and the monkey. So my children was third and then basic needs. And literally you answered everything kind of the same way I did. Like I was like, well, it's the cow, so I could use that for the milk and stuff. And then I started thinking very like logical on it. I was like, well, you can't just drink cow milk. You know, you gotta
Hey, you desperate, bro.
if you
You're
desperate. I was like, you just can't drink cow milk. And I was like, well, there's meat and stuff on it as well. I think Kayla told me she ended with the sheep, and she ended with the sheep because she said she saw warmth, like, you know, from the sheep. I was like, but you're in the desert. But I remember
I was like,
the desert has cold,
desert.
but the desert usually has cold nights. So I can kind of see that. But yeah, I was like, I got rid of the lion for the same exact reason you did. I was like, it's gonna eat the rest of the animals, so why would I want to keep it?
Yeah.
And then the second one, the sheep, I was like, well, the sheep can't really do too much, and it would just be slowing us down. It has no benefit for me, so I was like out the window. And then you said monkey, I said cow. I said my reason for that. Monkey, I said monkey because of the human nature of it, kind of companion, I guess. And then the last one was horse because the same reason, because I can actually ride a horse.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes the most sense to me.
Right. Like, I mean, at the beginning, I was just get rid of them all and just ride the horse.
Right. It's like, why do I have all these animals to begin with?
That's what I'm saying.
What
like,
am I, a zookeeper?
But how do you end up in the desert with this mixture of animals?
It just happened, Vic.
It's interesting though. It's very unique.
It's very different. And when I found out about it, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So she was like, you should say it on the podcast. Vic on the podcast. I bet I will. So you guys heard it here. I don't know if y'all are actually watching and, you know, actually picking your own choices. Shoot, comment down below and let us know what you ended up with and why. And don't cheat. Like, do the story as I was saying it and then pick your options. Don't wait to the end to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna switch it up. Like, no, for real, like, what did you pick at the end? Did you stick with the lion and you just stuck with it because you like lions? I almost did that, but I was like, well, you know,
yeah, like
the other animals.
Yeah, that lion gotta go.
But yeah, don't cheat. Let us know what you ended up with. Yeah, it's a little cool little scenario.
Okay, I see you, Kayla.
Yeah,
thank you for the
shout out, Kayla. But other than that, do you have anything else?
No. I guess make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube.
I wasn't there yet, but yes, please do that, you guys. You ready to get the podcast started, bro?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, get the podcast started in 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? This is your boy Chris.
This is Vic.
And welcome to Now Hear Me Out. This is episode number 70, and welcome to the podcast. If you're watching it now, make sure you click on that like and subscribe button and click on that bell notification so every time we post, you get notified. I started laughing because I thought about what Vic said. Other than that, welcome to the podcast. Vic, do you have any news? Any updates?
I mean, yeah, updates. That was classified as news, but you know. Let's see. So yeah, a little update to. I know how I mentioned how Leslie had that little, or not little, the Etsy sale that she had.
Yes, I got you.
Well, she ended up getting 5 stars, so it's good.
Congratulations, Leslie.
I know, right? I'm so proud of her. Um, and then besides that, this is a pretty chill week. We've been watching the Jeffrey Dahmer series. Have you guys watched that?
Yeah, we actually finished it.
Yeah, we finished it too.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised, right?
I was surprised that you finished it.
That's what I'm saying. What you think about it? You like it?
It's interesting. I mean, I give it to I forgot his name, but the main character, he did an
Yeah,
amazing job acting, and
I mean
oh
something, right?
yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff, but I just don't remember his name. Evan, yeah, you said Evan,
Yeah.
yeah, um, yeah, but I was like, man, he's gonna need counseling after this.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I like how they did it. They did, they got different stories, and I like, it was very well put together, I believe.
Yeah,
But yeah, I've been watching that. Which,
feel bad.
how do you? Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I feel bad for the families a little bit because this. I heard this is like the third like docu series or document on this whole thing. So I
Mhm.
know for those families that are still around and stuff, they're having to relive this trauma over again.
Yeah, that's like another thing. It's like because the society we kind of live in, kind of like they want to see all this stuff. Like they're interested in like serial killers and all these murders and stuff.
Yeah,
But it's like on the other side of that, these families are having to like hear it over again. And I mean, it's interesting because like at the end, Leslie pointed out that there was like another 14-year-old. And I know they focused a big part on one of the 14-year-olds.
yeah,
I was like, oh, they probably didn't say anything about the other one, probably because like the family either pushed back or something.
yeah. And I was telling her the same thing. I was telling her I was like maybe they picked the stories they could get the most information out of.
Mhm.
Maybe those families actually cooperated and wanted to like give more detail on exactly what happened, so it could be a little bit more accurate. Because it would have sucked to kind of just throw that in there and just be like, well, there's nothing to go off of.
Mhm. But it was well put together. I do recommend it to anyone out there.
Yeah,
Um,
give it a go.
and then I was this week I've also been like searching for a job. Nothing has come to fruition yet, but I'm trying to manifest it.
Okay.
Trying to keep my head up. So all these discouraging. We moved on.
Yeah, I get a lot of those, bro. I understand.
It's all good though. It's all good. Um, Also this week it was on the first was my parents' anniversary. So shout out to them.
Shout out.
Don't ask me how many years because I have no idea. I know, horrible son.
I know you're good. I don't. I wouldn't know either.
Also, also yesterday was my mom's birthday. Don't ask me how old she is.
Well, happy birthday, Mama Garcia.
Yeah, so happy birthday to her. It's funny there was a little like mix up because my dad they were supposed to be on vacation this week,
Okay.
and then my dad's job somehow got it mixed up, and they told like when he went to go check the schedule, they first gave him the vacation last week, and then I talked to him like a couple days after he told me that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they switched it back." But my mom had already like said, "Oh, since you're off this week, I'll just work during the vacation we were supposed to have." So now she's working and he's off.
Dang. That's it.
Yeah, I think she's taking like half the week off or something. But um, I don't know, hopefully they get to do a little something.
Yeah, I hope so too. That really sucks.
That now, like especially because it's like the job's fault and stuff.
Man,
But besides that,
that job screw up would have been that job screw up. I would have stood didn't I went on my vacation.
that's what I'm saying. Right? Like they can figure it out. But besides that, it's a pretty chill week. Watched a lot of football. I know you saw the football game. How
Yes.
about them Cowboys?
How about the Cowboys?
All right, what you feel about the game? How do you feel?
It went exactly how I thought it would. It was, it was we played the Commanders like our Washington, and yeah, they never really been a great team anyway, and then they got Carson Wentz now, and Carson Wentz ain't never been that great.
Yeah, I just kind of like I hate it because like obviously we're winning, which is a good thing, but then it just creates how it's controversy of
The Cooper Rush and Dak.
Cooper Rush. It's like I feel like if Dak was playing, we would like blown them out.
Yeah, I was like, it would probably be like 40-50 almost. Like Cooper Rush is he's in a safe pocket. He's getting consistently scoring over 20 points around that little range. But he's not doing anything like crazy amazing or wow factor. It's just, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, which is a good thing. Like I don't want to be like losing all these games.
Yeah.
So Did you hear about what happened with DK Metcalf?
Oh yes, that he got carted away so he could go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
bro.
it's crazy. Honestly, he's not really the first person to do that. I think somebody else did that before too, and they like faked the injury and they just really need to go use the restroom.
Hey, I mean, when you gotta go, you
You gotta
gotta go.
go. You gotta go. He's
I
like,
just
look,
feel like I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often. You know, like that's
honestly, that's a lot. Getting hit that hard and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. The game's at least about 3 hours, and then like they're out there before the game. You know, doing all that like, warm ups and stuff. So like,
mhm. Maybe they tell them they gotta hold it till halftime.
oh yeah, I forgot about halftime. But could you imagine just like your whole halftime you're just in the restroom?
Oh man.
I mean, it could also be the adrenaline, like the kind of
Yeah.
stops it.
I guess. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Another,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did you hear about the other football story about the last night during the Rams game?
With the not streaker, but
Yeah, well, yeah, he wasn't a streaker, but
yeah,
he
yeah,
hopped on the field and then he like tackled by
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
Rams
Bobby
players.
Wagner hit the crap out of him.
But could you imagine like
Hey,
taking a hit, like just taking a hit from any of those players?
hey, heck yeah, man! Like, and luckily he led with his shoulder because I first it kind of looked like he led with his helmet, and I was like, oh, he would have took him out, but I think he led with his shoulder. So, hey, at least you can say he got tackled by Bobby Wagner.
But I don't want to say that.
It's not like he like full fledged just laid him out. Now it would have been funny if he would have like held his composure and knocked Wagner down. That should have been funny.
Right?
They would never
Or
stop
like
talking about
juked
that.
him.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
how do you think players feel when this happens? Like,
I feel like it's just a waste of time. I don't know
yeah,
if
I can
they
see
I don't feel like they necessarily get really mad about it, but it's just like, come on, man, be civilized.
that.
What else happened in football? Tua.
Oh yeah,
Tua,
bro.
how do you feel about that situation? So if you guys don't know about the situation, so Tua is the quarterback for Miami Dolphins. Last week he got hit and he kind of like he got up and he like stumbled and you could tell obviously it was a probably a possible concussion and they did their little evaluation. It was like, oh, it wasn't a concussion, it was actually just his back. Moving on to this week, they cleared him to play. Moved him on to this week. He played, and he got tackled again. This time, he kind of landed on his head, and his fingers spazzed up, and obviously spinal damage more than likely. And they had
The
to
hospital.
rush him off to the hospital and all that stuff. And now I think they're trying to figure out like who to blame. I think they ended up blaming the doctor, and he ended up getting fired. So Vic, how do you feel about that situation? Like, do you feel like it's the coach's fault? Do you feel like it's the player? Like, who would you be blaming in this situation?
I mean, I'll probably lean more towards the coach. I mean, I know it's kind of like he's relying on his training staff to kind of like, tell him, but at the same time, like you see for yourself, like, how he reacted, and he probably had a conversation with Tua, and the player, no matter what, he's gonna want to
Yeah,
play.
he's gonna try to get in there.
So like, I can't really put blame on him because it's his team. He's the leader of the team, and he wants to be out there no matter what. Like some of these players would like, no matter what the injury is, they want to be out there. So it's kind of like the coach's job to kind of like hold them back so that it doesn't cause more injury or something like this. I will say that the hit that he took was like the second hit he took. That was a pretty big hit.
Yeah, it was. It was.
And it's like I think they're investigating everything, and I think Miami's kind of trying to say that it was they did the right protocol and stuff, but
They're trying to cover their butts for sure.
but yeah, and I think I heard that the player association, they're trying to come up with like new protocols so that like this won't happen again. But
Yeah.
it sucks that it kind of took this for that to happen. And it's weird. I was kind of weird how like that happened, and then like I feel like it took them a while to say that he's not gonna play this game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like everyone saw that hit. It was like, okay, he's probably out for at least a couple of weeks, if not
Yeah,
the whole season.
of course.
So that's kind of weird. That's how I kind of feel about it. Can't really put the blame on the player. I would probably lean more towards the coaching and the training staff.
Yeah, most definitely. And I definitely agree with you on that. I feel like if anything, the whole, job of the coaches and stuff is kind of protecting the player from themselves. And in
Mm-hmm.
the situation, the player, I'm pretty sure too, like you said, too, is probably like, I'm good, I can go back in. And I'm pretty sure somebody high up was like, hey, look, we're paying to it. He needs to be out there. Um, so whether it's like put this blame somewhere else, but right now it's like everybody's pointing fingers at each other, like, it's your fault, it's your fault. And honestly, it's everybody's fault. Training staff, the coaches, Tua himself, they all put themselves in a situation where his life could have ended in this point. Because that's not something you want to joke with when you have, injuries like that. When you have a head concussion and not properly taken care of, and then to go out there and have this, happen, that stuff's life altering.
Yeah. How do you feel about like when like the hit and stuff, and they're showing replays? How do you feel about like networks showing the replays and stuff? Because I heard there was a little backlash about how focused they were on the replay and how much they showed of it.
Um, I don't really feel too bad about it. Like, don't get me wrong, it sucks, but I think if it depends on what they're trying to say about it. If they're just showing it just to show it and be like, oh, this is a crazy hit, then okay, I get that being an issue. But if they're just showing it to like bring awareness to look at this hit and look how he landed, and how could you not see that something like this, from this week and last week when he stumbled, and like how could you let them go back on the field after this? It's one of those things that I feel like is more than anything is kind of bringing attention to the situation and
Mhm.
how they didn't take it so serious when everybody clearly saw that he shouldn't have been in that game last week, and they just kind of carried over to this week.
Yeah, I mean that was a hard hit. Like even regardless of the last what happened last week with the first concussion, like that hit was pretty hard.
Yeah,
It kind of
any
sucks because
anytime
yeah,
when you see the head hit the ground and it like bounces or something, man, that's a hit. A lot of
so
those times he was just like swung down to the ground.
I know. I was like, bro, that's another thing. Like the how the player feels about like after causing that. It's like
Mm-hmm.
because like in his mind, he's like, oh, I'm just playing football. I didn't like really mean for that to happen, but like that happened, and he's not over here swinging helmets at him. So
Yeah, exactly. So
so
it's one of those things that just happen to happen, and it sucks. But hopefully, Tua has a quick recovery, and they take the proper precautions, and hopefully, start taking this a little bit more serious.
because they were like everyone was worried like if he's been paralyzed and stuff because I think the first update we got was that he's able to move his fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I'm
So,
just glad he's doing good. So,
yep. Anything else on your week?
um, I mean, I guess another related sports story. I just got like a notification, so I guess I'll mention it. I know you're not really into baseball, but there's like a home run chase going on. I don't know if you heard anything about this.
Not at all.
So Aaron Judge plays for the Yankees, and he was at 61 home runs,
Okay.
and to break the American League record, he had to hit like 62.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he just hit the 60-second home run, and
Oh.
the ball is worth projected to be worth about 2.5 million.
Oh wow.
And the reason I'm kind of mentioning this is because they were playing the Rangers in Arlington right now. So someone apparently some guy from Dallas got the ball.
Interesting.
And that's crazy. Like
How did?
I texted like Casey and Joel. I was like, hey, y'all should go to the game and like y'all need to go out there and try to catch this ball because that's gonna be worth some money, bro.
Heck yeah. That's crazy though. Like, but my thing. Okay, so my biggest thing about the home run balls, right, is that how do you know if that's the actual ball?
Yeah, he got like once he caught the ball, he was like security like grabbed him and they took him down to the tunnel and everything. Like I guess this one specifically just because I guess it's such a big like 60-second home run. Like everyone's this is such a big deal. I guess I get what you're saying, like which is the normal home runs.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like you said, you don't really know if that's the actual ball or not. But that reminds me of that video. I don't know if you ever saw that video where like the kid catches a foul ball and then he gives like the
Oh, the girl that like a fake ball, like
yeah
a regular ball. Yes, I seen that video.
yeah. But I just thought I would.
Huh. But like, so what happens if he hits the 63rd ball, like home run? That
I
62nd ball
guess
is just not worth it anymore.
I don't know how that works honestly, because this is the one that broke the record, so I feel like it might still have some value. Hey,
But
I would
shit,
say
the next would be the one that breaks that record.
I know.
Like, so I don't. Okay, I guess.
Hey, I just sell it quick.
Yeah, heck yeah, I would sell it hella fast. I got my 2.5. That's it. And then I think the most valuable ball is going to be the last home run they ever hit. So if you do hold on to that ball and he just happens to never hit a home run again, then cool. But if he still has a couple years left for him, sell quick.
But yeah, so that's crazy. But that's all I have for my update. I really didn't get to your update.
My updates actually were pretty chill. Kayla was sick most of last week, so we kind of had just a stay at home weekend and chill at home. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm a little congested myself. But her little sickness kind of passed on to me a little bit. And I was good all week, bro, until like Friday. And that one just hit me. I was like, come on now. Like, not the weekend.
It's that time of the year, bro.
You telling me. But I'm not feeling too bad. I just feel congested. But other than that, like we chilled at home, watch movies, watch TV, stuff like that. My mom decided to come by and drop some food off for us. She chilled over for a little bit. Her mom also came with her. And then also my aunt came by, dropped Kayla off some medicine. So it's been a very just chill at home.
Well, hope she gets better. Hope you guys get better. So.
She's feeling pretty much. She's almost 100%. So I'm just trying to get back to my normal self. I just hate being sick because I just feel like I always feel drowsy. Like I feel like I never have enough energy, and I always struggle with energy as it is. So like now, like being sleepy, it's just like being kind of sick. It kind of just makes me even more sleepy.
You know what I haven't? I feel like I'm about to jinx myself. What I haven't experienced yet is like Ava hasn't gotten sick yet.
Hey, you about to jinx yourself? You better knock on some wood, bro.
I know, right? It's like obviously she's gonna get sick eventually. It's like it's just part of life. So I'm not gonna be like freaking out when she gets sick. But it's just I would just like it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. You don't want them to get sick, but at the same time, it's like it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Hey man, being sick builds up your immune system. Your immune system. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, man, that's kind of all I have from update.
Well, I guess.
You have any quick mentions?
I don't have any quick. I was literally about to say you want to hop in this podcast, but I forgot we did that.
I'm dead already in the podcast.
No, I don't. No, I don't really have any quick mentions. So I guess we'll just hop into this first story.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, McDonald's. I'm sure if you haven't heard already, they are now offering adult Happy Meals.
Adult Happy Meal?
So for a limited time, McDonald's is offering an adult Happy Meal as part of an exclusive collaboration with the Cactus Plant Flea Market, a high-end streetwear brand. The Happy Meal comes with the option of either a Big Mac or 10-piece chicken nugget, as well as fries and drink. While the box is slightly bigger, McDonald's fans can still carry it around via the iconic Golden Arcs handle. And it doesn't stop there. It comes with a toy.
Ooh.
So are you planning to stop by McDonald's, grab one of these bad boys?
Not really, but I was planning to stop by McDonald's anyway because I'm trying to get that coupon for the State Fair. So I might have to just slide and get one.
Right. Yeah, I'll probably end up getting one of these Happy Meals. I I can't even like. What did you get Happy Meals growing up?
Not that I know of. I probably did when I
Yeah,
was like a kid. Yeah, I
I
just
think I
don't
got like a
remember.
couple, but like it's not one of those things. It was like if I'm going to McDonald's, I was not expecting a Happy Meal
Honestly, I wasn't either.
unless they had like some type of Disney toy. Then my mom was all over it. But have you ever like there have been a couple of times where like some of the toys that come out with are like kind of cool.
Yeah, when they came out, when they used to have the little games and stuff, I remember that little era. Shit, I used to get those all the time. Like the little,
Yeah,
they used to have like
recently,
the pocket games.
yeah, I know recently they had like a little like Stitch, I guess, out line, I guess. Like they had a whole bunch of like Stitch plush keychains.
Okay.
Um so like I went to McDonald's because I know how much Leslie loves Stitch. So I was trying to get her some of those. I just ended up asking like, "Hey, can I just buy the toy?"
They let you?
Yeah, they let me just buy the toy. So I was like, all right, cool. I was trying to buy like
How they price it?
uh, I don't know. I guess they have like some type of button because I'm pretty like I think it's a pretty common thing just to ask for a toy because my mom did it too whenever they had like some Disney 50th anniversary nonsense.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, that's the thing. If you ever just want the toy, you can just ask for it. Some places will be like, nah, but it just depends on it. Just honestly depends on McDonald's and depends on the worker. But
Okay.
how do you feel about this though? You think it's gonna be a hit or no?
Shit, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what they're trying to gain with this. Like, I don't know. Like where people were supposed to get like super excited, yay, toys to bring the old toys back.
I
And
get.
like
I mean,
I don't even remember the toys looking like this. The only one I remember like them looking like that, but the four eyes is kind of throwing me off. Did they always have four eyes?
no. Let's see. I saw somewhere in here. Hold on. Let me.
Like
Uh,
I thought the Hamburglar, I thought he had like maybe had four eyes, but I'm not even sure about that.
yeah, I believe they have the. I think the McDonald's mascots all have four eyes, just to look just like the Cactus Buddy. So like the sponsor, I guess like whatever the Cactus Buddy, I guess that thing has four eyes.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so since it's sponsored,
Well, wouldn't it make sense for them to just be selling putting cactus buddies inside of all these toys?
you would think so, but I have no idea. They low-key look a little creepy with the four eyes, don't you
They look
think?
super creepy. That's why I was like, I don't remember any of these things having four eyes. I can see it as like a collector's item, maybe though. Like we can be like, oh man, I got this when this little error thing was going on, and maybe like 100 years from now, this might be like one of the super rare items to have.
Yeah, low-key like as a like there are some McDonald's toys from the past that have some value,
Mm-hmm.
but most of them that really don't.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Hey, but it is weird. I guess they're trying to hit like nostalgia and stuff because I have seen it like I think this started. I want to say either Monday or Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess today's Tuesday. So I think it started yesterday. Um, I seen a couple posts like some Snapchats, so people already like bought them and stuff. So people are going for it,
I
but
guess.
I'm not gonna be like racing the McDonald's. Like, I just feel like
There's your
I don't
Camarado
even,
toy. Oh boy.
and honestly, I don't know if I could picture myself being the type of like dad that buys Happy Meals. I was like, do you really need a Happy Meal? Like,
You can't
yeah,
be
it's not.
happy without the meal.
It's just a little toy, and they just like mark up the price like $5 or something.
Oh
Just
hell
like,
yeah, hell
so I was
yeah.
like,
For halftime, you don't even want the toy.
that's what I'm saying. I'm about to say, I don't know. You're gonna have to be without the toy. I'll find you a toy at Goodwill or something.
I'm dead. A toy that may have some diseases on it.
I try not to like yeah, I don't think I'll buy like too much from Goodwill for especially when she's younger, but maybe as she's older, who knows? But
As long as you wash it, you'll be alright.
is McDonald's really the only one that does like Happy Meals? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder why. Like,
I don't know. That's a good question, Vic. I never even thought about that. But yeah, I definitely think they're the only company that does that.
I mean,
Maybe
because
other people,
obviously it works pretty well. I mean,
yeah, kids go crazy for it. Maybe other people just don't know how to steal the idea without really like stealing the idea. And maybe McDonald's has like their own like factory or something that makes toys, and the other companies is like, well, we don't want to do that.
Who knows? I need answers though.
Mm. I need answers. I need them now. But moving on to our next story. Unless you had anything to add to that, Vic.
And I was gonna say, go out there, get your adult Happy Meal.
Yeah, enjoy it. Take a photo with it. Put it on Snapchat. Put it on Instagram.
Hashtag the Now Hear Me Out podcast.
Hashtag us and hashtag the Hamburglar. It's a pretty popular hashtag right now. Yeah. But other than that, let's move on to our next story. Our next story has to go back into the NFL again. So if you guys haven't heard about Brett Favre, he's been in the news lately. Well, he's been in the news, but not as much as you feel like he should have been. So,
right.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
So former NFL player Brett Favre, labeled as welfare queen, admin reports former MS governor and nonprofit leader gave him $6 million in welfare funds. Just from that alone, what are you guys thinking? What are you thinking, Vic?
The headline is kind of throwing me off. Takes me a while to dissect what it means. But Brett Favre, from what I've heard, like he hasn't really been. I feel like just because he won, I think he won a Super Bowl, whatever. People kind of like hold him on a pedestal, but like I heard he's not really that friendly or a people person.
I've heard a lot of good stories about Brett Favre.
Yeah, and then him doing this just kind of like proves that, like he's over here basically taking money, like money that he, he's like ball off. He was, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Like money shouldn't be an issue for him. And like,
yeah, I think he's also a reporter, isn't he?
Yeah, like everything that he's doing, I don't see why he's doing it.
Mm-mm. But let's go into the details a little bit more, right? So it says retired NFL player Brett Favre is in the middle of a $6 million scandal impacting the state of Mississippi. It says details on the welfare scheme. So court documents filed in the Mississippi court on September 12th suggest that Brett Favre received $1.1 million for speaking gigs that he never attended and $5 million to build a volleyball stadium at the University of Southern Mississippi that his college daughter attended. Documents also suggest that the organization paid Favre $1.1 million simply for the purpose of enriching him. The separate civil suit stated. And thing it says the evidence, however, shows that MCEC paid Favre $1.1 million expressly to provide Favre with additional funds to use for the construction of the volleyball facility. Authorities say that Favre met with John Davis, former Mississippi Department of Human Services, Teddy DeBiase, Nancy, and the USM's athletic staff and other MDHS and MCEC's officials, and asked MDHC. I'm sorry, there's a lot of acronyms. Do I know what they mean? No, I'm sorry, you guys. So they asked for funding and for them to commit to $4 million and TANF funds for construction of the volleyball facility. Eventually, Favre is said to have asked for more funds and acquired $5 million in cash for the volleyball stadium. Basically, old dude he was just collecting money, and it sounded like he was just collecting money and he wasn't really doing much with it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like taking money from like other places. Essentially, is what I think of.
Taking it for the welfare.
Yeah, so it's like you said, he's taking money, and like I said, he's well off. He shouldn't have to resort to this. I feel like.
Yeah, and I think my biggest problem with this whole story is the fact that it's not, bro. Like I said at the very beginning of this, is that it's not headlined that much.
Yeah,
it's kind of in the back in back burner, and it's not any much being done about it. It's just like, hey, this happened, and kind of move on with your day. And like, just thinking back, bro, when Michael Vick got convicted of his, the dogfighting stuff, man, that was everywhere. Oh, dude was in jail faster than you could say dog. Like, it was just like jail. It was like court. Everything just happened so freaking fast. It was always on the headlines. Shoot, they still be talking about it today. He was, dog fighting, and how could he do such a thing? Blah blah blah. But man, this man basically stole $6 million from the welfare fund, and nobody's talking about it.
Right. That's why we're here. So
that shit's weird, bro. It's really weird. That this is kind of just going under wraps.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, that's what I feel like. I had heard like a lot of people mention that, which is a good thing. Like I said, transparency, which I feel like is a good thing. I feel like if this was like happened, 10, 20 years ago, like when Twitter wasn't really popping or social media, like we definitely wouldn't have heard about it.
Of course not. Of course not.
It's just crazy. Like he did most of this for like his daughter, like trying to build a better facility. Like, supposedly. I'm not trying to like diss on volleyball and stuff, but like I don't think you need that big a facility for like volleyball.
Vic said, "What's wrong with the little field I have outside?"
Like even if it's you're trying to make a nice facility for that, like this is volleyball, bro. But no, I get what you're saying though with the not being really mentioned. I mean, I did hear. I was listening to radio, like, because I would listen to like sports radio a lot. I hear some people think that he's gonna end up in jail, but you know how that goes. So we'll have to see about that.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It's just sad that he kind of took advantage of these people in Mississippi who's already kind of struggling as it is, and he just nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is bring race into it, but I really do feel like if this was a black man, he probably would have been in jail already. Just saying.
But I mean, I can see that, and then
been called it disgusting, and see, this is why you can't trust them black folks. It's just crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully he gets the, I guess, rightful punishment or whatever. I mean, that's $6 million, bro. That's not a small amount. So
not at all. Just give me a quarter of that, bro. I'll be happy. I don't even need a quarter. Maybe just a mil, maybe. $500K. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll take $40K right now.
Shit, I'll take $40K too.
So
let's just start off with 1,000. Just bump me up from there.
I don't want much, bro. Just a little bit.
I'm just saying. You know how many thousands are in a million? A lot.
Speaking about money, though. And speaking about money and scamming, or I guess the spread part there. I guess say scam, but
he pretty much scam, bro.
Yeah. So, which brings us to our next story. An Ohio man pretending to be an African prince is convicted of scamming people out of $800K.
That story alone, it's crazy. I mean, just the headline alone,
crazy. But this scammer, they're out there, bro. They're adapting everything.
You gullible, you gonna get got.
I know, like you have to be worried about everything. So yeah, Daryl Robert Harrison was convicted by a jury last week for scamming 14 people out of more than $800,000. According to the Justice Department, the 40-year-old told people that he was a Ghanaian. I think that's how you say it. Ghanaian prince.
Ghanaian.
And went by Prince Daryl R. Atimpo and Prophet Darren R. Atimpo. Harrison and his stepfather, awaiting trial, commits people they were ministers with power, House of Prayer Ministries. CNN reported this group financially supported religious services in various church facilities and private residences in Colorado and Ohio. Harrison stated that he has connections to mining and trucking companies in Africa. The Ohio man also told investors they would receive up to 33% of their investment within those companies. I like how this article refers to them as investors.
Right, investors.
Not like victims. But yeah, I mean, glad he got caught. That's crazy. Like,
it's crazy, man. Like that people don't even, try to do any kind of backgrounds on these things.
yeah, and I feel like definitely with the older generation, definitely falling for stuff like this. I know there's been a couple times with my dad. He gets a little caught sometimes, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, sometimes some stuff just if it sounds too good to be true, a lot of times it is. Sometimes you just gotta follow your gut. Like, man, something sounds really good, and it's coming from a person who got a suit on, a tie on, or whatever. There are some people out there who are just really good speakers, and they can persuade you into changing their draws if they wanted to. And you just be like, you know what, that makes sense. You shouldn't have to use your own hands to take off your own pants. Like it's just, but yeah, just be safe out there, man. People out here really scamming people, and they got 800K out of it. That's crazy.
800K. That's. Does it mention how many? Oh yeah, 14 people. What is that? 14 by. I don't even know the math. That's still a good math.
What are you trying to put the mouth to?
Like what the average is out per person?
You said 14.
Yeah, because they said they scammed 14 people out of more than 800,000.
So 800,000 each.
Well, no, it'd be 800,000 divided by 14, which comes out to
okay. That's
57,142.
That's still a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, bro. That's like I can see you getting scammed out maybe like 20 or 50.
$100.
But if it was $100, I'd be upset. Like any amount of money, I guess just the fact about getting scammed is upsetting. But if it's that much, bro, either these people have a lot of money, so it may not hurt them, or they invested their whole life savings.
It's shit crazy, bro. I couldn't do
it. I feel like he used the kind of like one of the basic scamming that people make fun of, like
I'm a prince. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's crazy that people are actually falling. 14. He got 14 people to fall for it. I'm a Nigerian prince, and they're like, you know what? He is. invest in me. I like. First of all, if you're a Nigerian prince, you already got money. You don't need my money.
Right, and like, what are the chances that he's gonna reach out to me out of all people? Like, I have no connections, and like, it just makes no sense. But he got 14 people. I'm sure he tried a whole bunch of people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He played a numbers game. He said some of these people got to give, and some of these people did. So,
gotta be careful out there, you people. Gotta be careful. Watch out for your old folks. If it sounds like a scam, it is a scam. Have them reach out to you. If they're like, oh well, such and such reached out to me to do this. Hey, let me see that real quick. Look into it. Emails are starting to even people who are scamming over email, like emails are starting to look more legit, more and more every day. I got an email the other day from Amazon that said, hey, verify your account. Your account's on hold. And I'm like, I had never seen this email address before, but the email looks 100% legit besides that email.
And yeah, I got one today. It was like it was from Bank of America, and it's like something about my account being on hold or transaction was on hold. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we put your such and such on block. I got so many PayPal things, and
yeah.
I think I got one from Chase. It was like, yeah, your account with Chase has been put on hold. I'm like, I don't even have an account with Chase. But there's some people who will see that and be like, oh shit, I gotta go check my stuff, and they'll click on that stupid link that they send you to click on to verify. You're gonna put your information in there. Now they have all your crap to scam you and take all your money.
It's quick. It's just so quick as like hitting that link, bro.
Mm-hmm. That link automatically puts them into your stuff.
Right. I got another one today about like a job opportunity. I was like, nah, this ain't it.
I have, bro. Let me like tell you about the job thing. So I got this one company that I applied for, and bro, they've been hitting me up like crazy. Like, hey man, please apply. Like, we left emails. They don't send me emails, text messages, everything. I'm just like, bro, I don't see a job really just trying that hard to get your attention.
Yeah, I must say,
It just feels
uh,
too much.
yeah, I always heard like if it's a legitimate job, usually it's gonna take at least a couple days before they reach out to you, and then it's not gonna be like, oh, you applied, we can interview you right now, and you start working tomorrow. Then that's those
Yeah.
jobs usually don't pan out to be jobs you really want.
Exactly.
It's usually like those, when you go into Walmart and you gotta pass the spectrum people.
Not the freaking spectral people, but I'd be trying to dodge them so hard.
I just like whatever. Now it's like they'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Hey," and I just keep walking. They'll be like yelling. I was like, "Nah."
They're like, yeah, spectrum. I was like, nah, I got AT&T. And they'd be like, oh, well, how much are you paying? I was like, more than y'all can. I said, less than y'all are gonna be charging.
Yeah, I used to be like, my parents pay for it, some shit like that.
You gotta throw it off to somebody else, Vic. That's so messed up.
I remember one time, like, I hated it because, I said no to everything, and like, I declined everything, and like I just kept walking, kind of thing.
Mm.
And then, like, for some reason, I had to like go back, so I had to like
Pass him
cross it a
again.
couple times, and he asked me again, like he forgot me. I was like, bro.
Like, look, we literally just talked. I'm good.
I know. I was like, man.
Unless you give me my internet for free, I don't want to hear it.
That's what I'm saying. But be careful out there. Don't get scammed.
Right?
No prince trying to reach you. Your car warranty's fine.
Right? If you don't need it, don't take it. Like that's kind of like rule of thumb. If you don't need it, don't take it.
Oh, speaking of like fraud and scamming thing, like apparently Leslie got something in the mail the other day. It was like from the IRS saying that they think that someone used her social to get a job.
Okay.
Like, oh, shit. And like they just kind of advised us to like call, the credit bureau and like set up fraud alerts and stuff like that. So that was interesting.
Huh.
But
That is
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, she got it at her mom's. Because I guess a lot of her mail still goes to her mom, and they barely told us about it yesterday, so I haven't really looked into it too much. But that's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
I know.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's okay, and if they are, they did take her stuff. At least, hopefully they could like at least start paying her or something. So
Right,
send the
like
money to her account.
yeah, I thought it was like, I mean, obviously, like it's still a big deal, but like at least they didn't like open up a credit line with your account or something like that, or
Exactly.
that would probably taken forever to fix out and stuff. But I think it's just someone, probably like undocumented that just wanted a job kind of thing.
More than likely.
But
But that was kind of our last story, bro. We hit our time, so yeah. But we appreciate you guys listening and tuning in like always. If you haven't clicked on that subscribe button, click on that subscribe button. Click on that bell notification so every time we post, you get notified. And Vic, do you have any closing words?
yeah, follow us on that Twitter and the Instagram at nowhearmeout.kv.
KV.
Go ahead and email us any stories, questions, thoughts, opinions at nowhearmeout.kv
KV.
at gmail.com. Go ahead and follow us. Subscribe on YouTube at Chris and Vic (NHMO).
NHMO.
And we would greatly appreciate a 5-star review on Apple.
5 stars only.
And follow me on TikTok at weirdvic_flips and follow us on TikTok at Now Hear Me Out Podcast.
And you guys, go ahead.
So go ahead and check out our shop at nowhearmeout.spreadshop.com. And comment below what you guys think of the shop. Like if there's anything you would kind of want to see on there, or you don't like anything, or you think everything's cool, or
yeah,
just let us know what you guys think.
My brother actually just bought some merch off there. He loves it. And yeah, I think you say your dad bought something as well. So, and then our friend Casey got something. So it's, it's pretty good stuff. Go check it out. Put some work into it, and hey, we don't know if you don't tell us. So that's kind of how it is. But also with that, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at BeastModeChris, where the E's are threes. That's BeastModeChris, where the E's are threes. If you have anything else you want to say?
Uh, have a good week, everybody. I know it's National Taco Day today, but by the time you hear this, it won't be. So
It won't be. So happy National Taco Day for Tuesday. And other than that, we are out of here. Peace.
peace.